Okay, I'm going to attempt to do a little bit of live trading and learning. I guess just stocks 101. I'm going to just pretend that whoever's watching this has no idea how to trade or even read a chart, but wants to, and man, if I can help someone make money, that would make my day, and I'm sure it would make yours. So, charts 101, what you're probably used to seeing when you see stocks is a line chart. I'm just going to hide my indicators really quick, help you read. And ignore these dots. These are people in the community just posting their buys or sells or what they're doing. So this is probably what you usually see when you think of stocks, or when you see, it's just a regular line chart. And for a trader like me, or someone who's pretty involved in the market on the daily, you need a lot more information than just this little line. So what we do is we get a candlestick chart. And now you'll see the line kind of stays the same, but what's going on here is I'm in a 1 hour chart. So each one of these candles is 1 hour. It took 1 hour for each one of these candles to decide if it was red or green, and then move on to the next one. It's called a candle because it has a top wick and a bottom wick. I know regular candles don't have a bottom wick, but the wicks are the highest price and the lowest price in that candle. And then this, like you see right here, is just people fighting over the higher the low. And when it decides to close, this was red because when the candle decided it was done and going to move on to the next one, this line was at the bottom. So price was down here, the hour ended, and then it moved on to the next one starting here. Just like this one. So far, the lowest point of this candle is, let's just say 1553. The highest, 1565. Right now we're at 1562. So it's just deciding. So you look at the candle chart because you can say, okay, at this hour, it had this high price, but then everyone decided to close down here. Now it's green because it closed on the top one, but this next one is red because it closed down here. Closed down here, red, 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 red. I hope that helps at least a tiny bit. So, say you don't want each candle to be an hour. You want more information. You want to look to see what's going on inside this candle right now. Okay, so watch. Switch the candles from a 1 hour to 1 minute. So from here to about here is the inside of this single 1 hour candle. So you can go in and say, okay, what do I think this candle is going to decide on? Do I think it's going to go up? Do I think it's going to continue to go down? Well, let's look at the minute. Let's see what it's doing. So you pull up the minute and immediately you're like, wow, well, looks to me like it's going up. It's going up. It's trading sideways, which is what we call building support, and slowly increasing. So that tells me, okay, well, let's see 5 minute. What is it going to do in the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 minutes? Okay, let's go back here. Okay, what is going to happen in the next 45 minutes? Well, It was going down, 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 and then right here it decided, you know what, let's stop going down, let's hold this line right here. Okay, so it said stop bringing the price down, we're going to start going up. So this candle right here tells me it stopped going down. This candle confirms that it's going to start going up. So you can buy here if you're confident, or here if you want to wait for confirmation, buy here, and then wait 5, 10, 15, 20. So let's see, you buy 15, 10, and you wait 45 minutes, and wow, you're up $50 a share. And that's just the 5-minute. If you look at the hour, or the 4-hour, which is a really good one too. Oof. There's a lot of dots there, I'm sorry. See how right here it said, you know what? Stop bringing the price down right here. So it tells me that within the next 4 hours, it's probably going to be up at $16.40. That's almost $100 a share. But again, it takes 4 hours for a candle to form. So say you look up here, okay? Just what I'm talking about. It said stop bringing the price down. Started trading sideways, but then geez, look at this. That is just a huge signal that nope, bringing the price back down. So why won't this one do the same? Why won't this one go up and then just come crashing right down? Well, you break down the 4 hours and you say, you know, break it down even more, movement becomes even bigger looking. So we use candlesticks to give us a little bit more feel. So what makes a candle is the lowest price it was at in that time period you're in, the highest price, where it opened, and where it closed. Okay? So the open is where the candle started, the close is where it ends. This one is red because it opened up here. So maybe people were like, maybe it's going to go up right now. Instead, by the end of this hour, because we're in the hour chart, it closed down here. Even though it went all the way down here, came back up a little bit, closed below the open. Opened up here, closed down here. That's downward movement. That is confirmed downward movement. That's why it's red. Over here, it opened right here. So that candle ended. This one started right there. And then probably immediately people were like, oof, it's a lot of red candles. Down, down, down. Bring the price down. But the people who thought, you know what, this is actually going to bounce up. This is going to go up. Said, ooh, that's a really cheap price. I know it's going to be in the 1640s or however high you think. And you're like, wow, that's a really good deal. I'm going to buy it at that cheap price. So everyone said cheap price, brought it up here, closed it above the open, making it green. So it closed up here, even though it opened down here. Next one opens down here. Hasn't closed yet because we're still working on this candle, but if this were to end right now, close, boom, there you go. Now, let's go back to, now what I hid earlier is an indicator, and I'm not getting into that now. That is just for me. So same trades that I started that earlier. See, this is my Bitcoin position. So back here, just like I was saying, we're in a 1 minute chart. This is where I actually buy and sell. I use this just to analyze. But you see over here, came all the way down here. So when it opened up here, came all the way down here, but said, you know, we don't want to go that low. And then when this one opened, big confirmation. Opened down here, closed up here, so it's a big green candle. Big confirmation that we're getting ready to move up. So I gave myself another candle to confirm. I waited until this one decided whether it was going up or down, and then over here, I bought. Now you can see immediately, the price started going down. That can scare you, you know. But it closed right up here, right at this support level, right where I bought. It held that line. If one of these candles had immediately come down below, say, this one, that's a big either buy more and double down, or not a good trade, cut your loss. But as you can see, trading sideways, just building support at that level, going up, trading sideways, building support. Big candle saying, hey, we're going to have a little bit of downward movement, but not a lot. It still stayed at a pretty good support line. And even over here, when this big candle came all the way down here but closed up there, which that might scare some people. You're like, whoa, it's getting ready to go way down, isn't it? No, because when it came all the way down here, the lowest price of this candle is still, look at that, right at that support. Right at that support. What does it do? Trade sideways, boom. Now I am actually very active right now, so I great candle for me on the 1 hour Ethereum chart. That is a great sign. I started buying over here, I believe.